So a lot of you might be asking the question, why Vicksburg National Military Park? What's the reason to make the drive? It's kind of out of the way. It's in the Western Theater. I live in the Eastern Theater. What's the point in coming out here? Well, I would tell you, aside from the park being fantastic and it being an art park and seeing some great monuments and markers out here, the thing that sets Vicksburg National Military Park apart from all the other battlefields that I've been to is the USS Cairo. And I'm going to turn around. Unfortunately, I was really excited to show you guys this. They are doing some kind of work over here, and they've got the Cairo, which was sunk in the Yazoo River by a torpedo, called a torpedo back then. We know it as a mine. It was exploded underneath the ship, and it was sunk. Ed Barrs, Warren Graybo, and some others found it in the 50s. They were able to get it back up. Unfortunately, there was no money to take care of it, and so that it went down to the Mississippi coast, where it just kind of sat out in the weather for years and years. Finally, they got this thing built, and they brought it back here to the park. It is a sight to see, but they are doing some kind of work over here, and it is all covered up right now with garbage bags and plastic. And so unfortunately, I cannot do it justice today by showing you guys what this thing looks like. I will post some pictures from another visit that I've had here on the web, on the Facebook page, so you can get a look at it, what it looks like. But this alone is worth the admission here at the Vicksburg National Military Park. And you say admission? Yes, there is admission here. It's $20 per vehicle. If you have like the national park passes and stuff, that applies. But I don't know why this park charges admission, but it's really the only battlefield that I've been to that does. I've asked that question and never kind of really received a satisfactory answer. But for $20, this is worth seeing. You can't see it anywhere else. There's not another ship like this, a Civil War era ironclad ship, the USS Cairo. You cannot see this anywhere. And so if you have not been to Vicksburg, it's worth it to come just to see this. You can walk through it. You can see exactly where the mine hit on the front of the boat and blew that out. It is incredible. They also have a small museum and gift shop here with all the stuff that was on board that they found when they brought the ship back up to the surface. There's a video showing the process of how that happened. Pretty incredible. They kind of, wrapped stuff underneath it and raised it up via a crane. When it got it to the surface of the water, the ship actually broke in half and sunk back down. And so they had to give that a rethink and get it back up a different way. But they were, it tells you the process that Barrs used, Ed Barrs, who had been the chief historian here at Vicksburg National Military Park for years and years, the process that he used to find this thing. It was him and another guy basically went out with almost like a rowboat in the Yazoo River with a compass, and they somehow located this boat. They just from accounts they read and things like that. So it's a really interesting story, an incredible piece of history, and it's not something that you can see every day at a Civil War battlefield. And frankly, it's not something you can see every day anywhere else. The closest thing that there is like this that I can think of would be the CSS Hunley in Charleston, South Carolina, the submarine that was manned there by some Confederate naval men, seamen, I guess. But check this out, USS Cairo. I apologize that it's they're cleaning or doing something and they've got it all covered up. I hate that. But again, I'll put some pictures on the Facebook page so you can see it. But this is well worth the admission.